Welcome to Bet Formula. Today I'm going to discuss the football over goal market, and this will be the over 2.5 goal market, which is 3 or more goals to be scored in a match for a bet to win. Now, we have a system buyer who's made over £29,000 in the course of only 6 months of using the system. So we're also going to explain why using a system to pick your selections is far better than manually researching selections and trying to find your own method of choosing selections, which can be tremendously difficult. First of all, obviously the over 2.5 goal market in football betting is for 3 or more goals to be in a match for a bet to win. Now, how we use this market is we use 4 selections together. So that's 4 over 2.5 goal selections together as a Parley Accumulator multi-bet. We stake 2% of our bankroll, so that's 2 units per multi-bet. Now, if we take it to this spreadsheet, this customer staked £100 per bet, so that was 2 units of his bank, or 2% of his bankroll. And you can clearly see he was in profit every single month from December to May, and in total he made just under £29,000, which is exactly 289 units profit, which is absolutely tremendous. So that's the over 2.5 goal market all of this profit was made on, and that's using the Parley Accumulator multi-bet. So that's using 4 over 2.5 goal selections all together, with all selections needing to win for the Accumulator Parley multi-bet to win. Very, very simple stuff. You pick 4 over 2.5 goal selections, and every selection needs to win for the bet to win. You can clearly see his monthly breakdowns. Some months were better than others, but by and large, it's a tremendous amount of profit, with nearly £29,000 made if staking £100 per bet. But don't be put off by this, because if you were staking £10 per bet in 6 months, you would have made £2,890, which is quite incredible for £10 stakes. Now, clearly this is flat staking for the whole of the 6 months, we've been told. What you could have done is obviously increased your stake. So this stake here could have been doubled or trebled had the stake been increased to £200 and £300. So if you're starting off and you haven't got £100 stakes, maybe by the end of December you would have then been able to place £20 bets if you started off at £10, February £30 bets, £40 bets in March, £50 bets in April, and £60 bets in May. You can clearly see it wouldn't take long for you to be able to get up to the kind of level where you're also making 29,000 in 6 months. You could potentially see the first 6 months of getting up to being able to stake £100 per bet, and your next 6 months you can then actually stake £100 per bet, and then the following year, well, the sky's the limit when you're winning like this consistently every single month. And that's strictly because the buyer of the system is using the system to pick selections the exact same way. No tipster is going to give you the number of selections a system can create. No human being, no matter how good your knowledge, is going to be able to consistently pick winning over 2.5 goal bets. What this means is you will need a system to make this kind of profit. It is impossible for somebody to have the knowledge to research selections to be able to consistently on a daily, weekly, monthly basis pick high quality selections. So forget trying to pick your own selections manually. That's why most people do actually lose money, because they think that they can pick winners the same way each time using their research method, but it is tremendously difficult to pick winners. I gave up trying to pick winners years ago, and that's why I personally created systems and only use systems to pick my selections. Also, tipsters would only provide you a very, very small range of tips. So if you've only got one multi-bet in a day and it loses, you won't have the advantage of having a system where you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10, 15 multi-bets in a day on a busy weekend. So therefore, a system is fundamental to keep the profit rolling in, to quickly ride out any losing bets and losing days, because during this monthly profit, there's obviously wins and losses that have occurred during the month, because clearly not every multi-bet wins. A system is not there to pick winning bets and selections every single time. It's there to pick selections that will win overall and multi-bets that will win overall consistently, so you will end up in profit on a monthly basis. So tremendous profit, 29,000. And also when you follow tipsters, even if you have a great tipster, it's only a matter of time before the bookies clock on that everybody's following those same selections. When people have a system, our system buyers can pick selections in their own time, they can place bets differently, and all the selections are sometimes mixed up. So while you may use 3 selections the same as somebody else, you may use a different selection, stake different on a different day, pot the bet on a different time. So therefore the bookies can't detect, unlike if we was to tip all of these selections. You know, if 1,000 people are following our tips and are hidden up the same bookie, it's going to become quickly apparent when people stake high that your accounts will be limited and you will be banned real quick. Okay, if you're staking £100 to bet and you're winning consistently every week, every month, and you're making profit like this, the bookie will start seeing a few people doing the same bets and they will restrict your account because of that. The benefit of the system is harder for them to detect because you can place your own bets. So for me, a system is the only way to go. And this is profit of nearly 29,000 of just one of our successful system buyers who are following this tremendous method. So I advise you to stop what you're doing, stop losing money, because we know it. Truthfully, you cannot consistently pick winning selections yourself. There's not tipsters out there that consistently make you profit. They just do not exist. They exist, but in the shadows of underworld syndicates, not open to the general public. So stop messing around, come over to the website, get the system, get winning. You'll be winning after just one watch. It takes literally, I think the main system now is under 7 minutes long. So after one watch of watching the system, you will be able to generate profit like this at £100 stakes. Or if staking lower, you'll be able to generate, you know, massive units in profit, like 289 units in profit. And then you'll be able to then jump in and start staking really high in your next 3 months, 6 months, however long it's going to take you to actually stake this level. It doesn't really matter because it's a progression that you will reach if you stick to the 2% of your bankroll or 2 units per bet, per multi-bet. Keep on betting every day, every week, every month the same way using the video system, and you will get up to the level where you can potentially make 29,000 in 6 months or more. Remember, this is £100 stakes. If this guy took more of a risk, he could have easily made over 100k. But he's done it sensibly, and he's decided to stick to £100 stake in flat. A lot of people would have changed it up. Me personally, I would have at least jumped up to £200 stakes in March after making, you know, this much profit. It's a bit risk averse, in my opinion. I'd have taken a bit more risk, but that's tremendous profit. So well done, Gary, for sending this spreadsheet. It's great to see, so you can show other system buyers their potential and why they should really just stick with the system and why they should grow their bankroll slowly, because once you hit £100 stakes, this is what you will make in 6 months. You know, you could have made 100k if you would have started with £10 stakes, and then in the next 6 months jumps up to £200 stakes, £300 stakes. You would have made 100k in your next 6 months. So the first 6 months should always be considered the building block to build up to that level. There's no point trying to jump into these stakes and stake in, you know, 10% of your bankroll, because it only takes a wild few swings for you to get really unlucky some weeks, and then it happens that you're busted. When really, if you would have just stuck sensibly with the staking structure, you would have profited. But that's entirely up to you. If you want to take massive risks and fake 10%, that's your call. But my advice is 2%. It's a tremendous system. It changes lives. It stops people needing to research their own selections and lose on their own selections. The system is a betting life changer. And the only way I would ever advise anyone to bet. This is an example of what we've got going on today. Already 2 winners from a system, totally picked within 2 minutes of following the system. No research needed. 2 more selections to go. So hopefully I'm onto another winner myself personally, because I personally also use the system, as does every single person that purchases this system. They either give up betting because they know they're not cracked up for the mental aspect of things, or they always come back to the systems because they know they cannot pick selections, and those tips they can pick selections in the manner of the video system. So get involved, easy to follow, one watch, you got it. It's so easy and so simplified that someone that's never placed a bet before will be able to use the system and profit. And maybe you can build up your bankroll to make this kind of profit over the course of 6 months like Gary did. Well done, Gary. Thanks, guys, for watching. please like and subscribe.